Heyo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and this is my Q&A. So therefore, I am gonna be answering people's questions. So please go ahead and ask me questions in the chat that you wish for me to answer for you guys, and I'll see what I can come up with as far as questions go. Just so you guys know, it's just me in the chat or just me up on stream, just because I feel like if I were to have anyone else up here on the Q&A, then it'd be a longer Q&A, because then it'd be like, people would be confused, and people would probably be like, hey, we're trying to ask Pastry something. Why is someone else also on the stream? And I didn't want to go ahead and be that person that's like, okay, I'm gonna have a Q&A with someone that is not me on here, since it wouldn't really be fair to you guys, since you guys might want me to answer your questions for you. And just so you guys know, I started a little early just because there's no one else on stream, and I can go ahead and be like, okay, this is when I'm gonna start now, instead of trying to corral people to be like, okay, this is the time to start. I guess that's one of the advantages of just having the stream, just having my stream here. So my announcements are, please go ahead and watch my Inktober shorts. I know there's a ton of them, but I've just been posting one every day. And the challenge is by name of Witchtober. And Inkblotch actually sent it over to me, so thank you, Inkblotch. And I've just been working on those a lot lately, and so yeah, please go ahead and check on every day, actually, for the shorts that I've been posting. It's a whole ton of shorts. I know it's gonna be... Yep. Thank you. KC, that cool. But yeah, I've just been drawing things. I've just been trying to draw things that I don't normally draw. So therefore, that is what the Q&A is about. Or not the Q&A, the Inktober or Witchtober is about. So, so here's another announcement. So last week, something happened in my personal life that I didn't know this person, but there was a person that decided to just like end their life, which honestly I feel like if people were to just pay more attention to others, then we'd have like less of these unfortunate incidents happening. So if you're in somewhere where you interact with people, rather if it's at school or at work, please make sure to check in with others so that something like this can happen less frequently, because oftenly there's these things don't just like happen out of the blue. There's usually like warning signs that are missed. I know I'm not normally one to speak about very serious things on the show, but I'm just wanting to mention that, since I feel like I am starting to get people who watch my stuff regularly and might actually listen for when I actually have people, or actually have like things to seriously say. I just want to go ahead and just say that, just because yeah, it's a very interesting time right now, I know. And that's why I make content, to go ahead and make people happy. I know that's not a question, and I need to go ahead and find the questions that I had in my Q&A like tab thingy. Thank you, Casey. That cool. Yeah, we just lost someone in our community. I didn't really know them that well, but honestly, it's like if you're in a school or workplace, and even if you don't know the person, it's still kind of tragic to go ahead and have something like that happen. So please keep an eye out on your peers to make sure they're okay. I tend to try to do that, but yeah, I just feel like people need to watch out more for each other so that things like this don't happen as often. So anyway, that is my serious announcement. So other announcements are Inktober or Witchtober. Please go ahead and watch my shorts. And yeah, so yeah, so what question should I start out with? Oh yeah, Birdimation asked me, do you have a Nintendo Switch or Minecraft? Yes, I have both, but I honestly just play with people I know in my real life, and I don't feel comfortable sharing my Switch information or my Minecraft information with fans currently, since I don't know, I just want to keep some things like my gaming life kind of separate from my YouTuber life for a bit. But if you happen to somehow run into me, I'll go ahead and say hi, but I'm not just gonna write out just not gonna like be like, oh, here is my stuff. But yes, I do play both Minecraft, and I also do Nintendo Switch. So yes, you may ask questions, but I'm currently answering things from the previous like comment section, and I'll go ahead and scroll down and up for the questions in the chat, because I know that my oh wow, there's 6, but okay, sorry, I'm like tripping on my words. But anyway, I'm gonna get to your questions when I have time, but right now I'm answering pre-asked questions because it's fair to the people who asked prematurely before the stream on my announcements. So question, do you play sports? This is from Epic for Fun Studios, and I'm gonna let you guys answer that for me. Do I play sports? Do I play sports? No. I actually made a whole video about how I pretty much don't play sports, and how I've tried multiple different sports. The video's name is by the name of School Sports Stories, so please go ahead and check out the School Sports Stories. And so yeah, I tried sports and they were not for me, so therefore I was not able to. So therefore, I don't play sports, but I used to try sports, which anyone should try sports if they have the chance to. Favorite food? That one's also a hard one. That one's a hard one, actually. Favorite food? I don't know. Whenever someone asks me what my favorite food is, I can just straight up tell you the things I don't like, and it would just... I can't I just don't have a favorite food currently. I know I've been craving ice cream a whole lot last week, but then again, um, let's just say last week was last week, so, but yeah, um, the two things I really just will not eat, or like a few things I will not eat, is one, beans, two, sauerkraut, three, that over-salted, meat stuff, that, Reubens are made out of. I'm blanking on the words right now, but it's like basically an overly salted meat, which I will not eat for the life of me. Um, and then, sauerkraut. Can't stand sauerkraut. Yuck. And there's also, like, this purple cabbage stuff that is just too hard to, like, chew. Like, purple cabbage. I guess it's called purple cabbage. But yeah, whenever I get a salad with the purple cabbage in it, I tend to go ahead and just pick out the purple cabbages, either through, like, just picking them out, or just, eating everything that is not that. But, yeah. But one food I'd have to say you guys should totally try sometime is, I honestly don't know what to say, honestly. But I'm just pretty much just rambling about food I don't like, since that's easier than just saying, oh, what's your favorite food? Oh, geez. I can't choose. I can't choose just one. But I would honestly say lasagna is like a good comfort food, and then there's nachos for like sporting food, and then there's my favorite type of soup is like anything with a cream base. But yeah, honestly, sorry I'm like dancing around the question of what my favorite food is. I honestly don't have anything. Anything Mama Pastry cooks, honestly. Which anyone who have actually had her cooking would probably agree with me. Favorite game. That is also a very hard one. Are you guys looking for a board game or video game recommendation? Because as far as board games go, I would highly recommend Munchkin, because it's like a very cool like board game that one could almost never get bored of, because they could just buy expansions on top of expansions on top of expansions on top of expansions. So there's like, with Munchkin, it's basically like, I did a video on it, but I didn't say the name of it due to like copyright reasons, but basically where like you just draw a whole ton of cards and try to make it to level 10. And just like fight monsters and just progress through the board, which I highly recommend Munchkin Legends. So therefore, please go ahead and check out Munchkin Legends. Now, in as far as video games go, I'd have to say Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because why not? Why not Breath of the Wild? The main character's hot, and it takes me forever to beat the game because most of my time is spent animating, which that's beside the point. But 10 out of 10 would recommend Breath of the Wild. You probably will beat it before I do, just because I tend to put my channel before I put gaming these days. But I remember back when I was a big gamer. Gaming is fun, honestly. But I honestly just wanted something that I could feel more productive with, because like everyone can just beat a game. Not everyone can just be like, okay, I'm gonna spend most of my time drawing and doing things, because people honestly unless you're very invested in what you're doing, people tend to not do animation because it takes forever and a half. So, yeah, Breath of the Wild. Hopefully one day I'll actually beat it. But anyway, so how are you? How have you been? Okay, I'm just gonna say, how have you been? I've been okay. I've been really good actually. Other than like last week, which it happens, but this week I'm going strong. Whenever I'm at real life obligations, whenever I have time, I'm working on pencil and paper inking and side angles. So or like side profiles. So hopefully I can show off what I've been working on during my free time when I'm not at home. So hopefully I can go ahead and show that I've been doing that stuff. And yeah, so I've just been working on whatever rebellious pastry thing I have my hands on. Rather it be just drawing practice, rather it be animation, rather it be script writing, rather it be something happening that would be good for a video, just like different things. Do you watch Dan and Phil? No, I don't watch Dan and Phil. Sorry. I just, I honestly have a hard time just, sitting and watching a stream or, like, a YouTube video if it's not animated. Unless it's PBR. PBR is my one exception. My favorite thing about Powered by Rainbows is the streams. Which I'm now a mod, so I guess now you technically can say I'm confirmation bias, but yeah, the streams are just amazing from Powered by Rainbows. And the education stuff is, I honestly feel like I've learned more from that show than I've learned at school about who I am and how I love. So 10 out of 10 would recommend Powered by Rainbows to anyone who isn't here from Powered by Rainbows. If you're here from Powered by Rainbows, then you guys already know Powered by Rainbows, which means I still recommend him to you guys. Hello, stranger. Were you from Powered by Rainbows? Are you talking about me? Let's see here. So, what type of pastry is on your jacket? A donut? Yes, it is actually a donut. People have thought it was a bagel, which I totally understand. People think that it's a, bagel, because I've never really verified that it's a donut until today. Which I know this is a Q&A for, you guys asking me questions, but here's a question I wish to ask my fans. So, whenever I get, like, fan art and there's frosting on my donut, what is it with people in strawberry frosting? I'm just genuinely curious about how come is it strawberry frosting, not like, I don't know, maple glaze? Maple glaze is, like, my favorite type of, donut. So, therefore, yeah. Maple glaze, 10 out of 10, would recommend maple glazed donut. So, therefore, yes. And here's another question that, for whatever reason, YouTube decided to act all weird with Fight Club. I'm guessing it's because of the name, but he basically asked me, like, so Fight Club is a friend of mine that I met, through, like, it's one of my, friends from elementary school's siblings. So him and I did a whole ton of, like, crazy stuff that we did as a children. And yes, I totally remember you trying to go ahead and do all this silly jumps and doing all this silly, like, things involving an ottoman. Yes, I do remember all of that stuff, and I think I have all of that stuff on an old computer somewhere. Probably somewhere where, like, my strawberry cake picture is. But it's on a computer that is not this one, and I honestly have no idea where that computer is currently, since it got really old and crashed and stuff. Since, yeah. But the computer I currently have now is probably gonna last me for a good bit, since, I put it through a lot, and it can handle a lot, such as, like, animations and stuff. So, yes, I totally remember that stuff, Fight Club. I'm gonna probably make a video about it, with your permission and with your help, since I can't remember everything, every silly thing we did together. I remember the Nerf Wars. I remember, you thinking that you wanted to be a YouTuber one day, which, hun, guess who ends up being the YouTuber out of me and Fight Club? I am. I thought back then I didn't really think about YouTube as, like, a thing I wanted to do, rather, or drawing even. But, yeah. Let's see here. Am I allowed to ask questions now? Yes. A question from, Ribbon, a stranger on the internet. How long have you been animating or drawing? So, let's go ahead and go back to 2019. So, in 2019, I was starting to go ahead and I was watching Cypher Den's video of course you're gonna hate your art sometimes. That's not literally the video or name or anything. 10 out of 10 would recommend Cypher Den, but she was basically talking about how everyone hates their art sometimes, and how pretty much everyone, including me, tends to only post the good stuff that they have. So therefore it tends to be very discouraging for the people who are still learning how to draw. So one of Cypher Den's tips were to go ahead and just keep on drawing every day, even though you hate it. So I pretty much just been drawing every day, working on developing my character or whatnot. I had a few pointers from a few people about, like, how I could make the characters better. And I remember this very clearly, but I was in Mississippi and just, like, drawing my character and, like, thinking about, oh, do I want my character's hair to be up or down? Do I want my character, like, what? So it took me a year to, like, finalize how Pastry was gonna look. Then during, like, the beginning of 2020, or end of 2019, I'm like, I'm gonna make a New Year's resolution to learn how to animate. So let's just say that I had bad feelings about the number 2020. I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen, but something did happen, and my gut just had, like, that gut feeling of, oh my gosh, something's gonna happen. But I honestly felt like I was gonna be too busy to learn how to animate, but something we call the panorama pretty much proved to me that I could still learn how to animate. Which in 2020, I spent most of my time learning how to animate. And then I was just posting me trying to animate on this very channel, which if one of my friends are on here with a wrench, or if I wasn't so busy talking, I would probably go ahead and just, like, post a video, or go to my home. When you have a moment, that is not during this live stream, go to my homepage and you can see my playlist from 2020, and that was basically like me trying to animate and me failing at animation there for a really long time. I'm still working on how to animate here. Since a skill you can't just master something overnight. That's just not feasible. If you work on it every day, you will go ahead and succeed. Which I learned that due to CypherDen. So thank you for CypherDen. You should totally check out CypherDen. She is like one of the bigger name storytime animators, which I haven't seen her post stuff in a really long time, so I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat. Here. Food, just, alright. Where the heck? Alright. Where the heck was my, oh, Dan and Phil. Hold up. You are a person of culture. Alright, alright, so I'm right now I can't find my question. The question that I was answering. That was basically like, okay, animation. Time to answer questions about animation. Am I allowed to ask a question now? Alright, I'm down that far. Dan and Phil. Alrighty, so where the heck did my questions go? Alright, ask me questions, and if I didn't answer your question yet, please re-ask it, because I can't find crap, apparently. Because you guys are chatty, which is good, but at the same time, I can't find my questions. Oh, where did my questions go? Oh, where did it go? A message got... Let's see. I beat Breath of the Wild over... Yeah. There's like a whole conversation about Zelda on here. Like, wow. Who knew that my fans would be so like-minded in their game choice as well? I know that they'd be like-minded in the fact that that trans people are real, and that aces are real, and that LGBTQ plus people are real, but I honestly didn't know that my fans would have the same or similar gaming tastes as well. So currently, there's, yeah, that's not a question, that's just someone talking in chat. Which, alright, so new rules for new rules for the questions. Please make sure to go ahead and put an emoji like right after the question so that I know, or ooh, a donut emoji. Can you please put a donut emoji after your question so I know so that I know that I'm supposed to answer it, and so that I don't accidentally lose everyone's questions here, because I'm trying my best to go ahead and answer things, but since there's so much chat in the chat, I'm like, where the heck is my questions? But yeah, when did I start animating and drawing? I started in 2019 with character design. Then I started my animation channel in 2020. And then I started Storytime animation in July. Have you watched The Owl House? No, but I've been hearing tons about it. I've been hearing tons about Emily and Luz, I think their names are. But I honestly I honestly don't have much time to watch things since I usually make things, which I tend to joke whenever someone asks me what like if I've watched so and so show or so and so other show. But I've been hearing good, amazing things about the Owl House. So, am I? So, Lumady T. All right. Are you a Steven Universe fan? I've watched Steven Universe the movie, but I haven't really watched the show. Which I would totally watch more things and play more games if I had more time, but animation takes like oh my gosh. Most of my time is either spent at my real life obligation or is spent working on my channel. So therefore I tend to not really I sometimes watch streams from my fans and watch some videos from my fans, but let's just say that I tend to not really watch things from like the mainstream stuff since I honestly feel like the big names, there's places for the big names, but I honestly like to watch things on YouTube just because there's like small individual creators like me trying to get their name out there, which I did a Weird Habit video because I liked King Elk's idea. So yeah. So sorry I'm not cultured in the TV department. I'm just the type of person that tends to go ahead and say I make things, not watch things. Which I'm surprised no one have asked me yet how long does it take for me to get an animation done. Which, if I were to actually I honestly feel like I don't like to answer the question in how long does it take for you to do an animation with everything else going on in your life. I honestly like to answer the question of how long does it take for you to make a video in compound time, such as if I had nothing else to do in my life, how long would it take me to make a video? And that answer would probably be about 8 hours straight. Or what is your alright, but yeah. Anyway, what is your favorite animation / drawing you've made? So, this is a hard one because I tend to think about, as far as, scripting goes, my favorite would have to be my Damn It Mom bloopers because, it's just my mom walking in during, or not kind of, my mom just talking about her plans for what to do while I was voice recording, and it just was so random and stuff. But as far as my favorite animation, as far as the quality goes, that would have to go to the cake story, the strawberry cake story, since I tend to go ahead and try to improve whenever yeah, so, yeah, my favorite video as far as quality goes would have to be, my cake one, since it's the newest one out, and I tend to always try to improve my stuff, even if it's incremental. So, what is your favorite video from Powered by Rainbows? That would be, since I am a well out aromantic, or like gray romantic. I'd have to say when he literally tore his ex's teddy apart. Like, when he had the saw and he just decided to go ahead and just be like, okay, I'm just gonna destroy the crap out of my ex's gift of a teddy bear to me. I'm just gonna tear the crap out of it. I was gonna originally throw it in a fire, but you know that's against the law, so I'm just gonna cut it up instead. And just be like, just like, and then apparently sorry if I'm spoiling this video for you guys, but then it ended up, just, not, it ended up not sawing in half, and it just got jammed into the saw, and it made a huge mess, which, anything for content, I guess. So yeah, even though Matt's quality have really gone up, my heart will always be for the time he ripped his ex's teddy bear up. So if you guys haven't watched that video, you guys totally should. So since there's not anyone else on the show with me, I can't go ahead and just stop and I can't just stop and sorry, I'm kind of spacing out my words. I had a whole day of my life obligation today. So therefore I'm kind of tired, but you guys give me energy, so keep it up. So yeah. I know that Powered by Rainbows has like such higher quality videos now, but honestly, that is my favorite thing. So, how old are you? If you're comfortable with saying, I am not making you. So, that is why I said ask me almost anything. So, I'm going to tell you that I'm old enough to have a YouTube channel, but I'm not old enough to have my own place yet. So, to each your own of your guesses of how old I am. Just, I'm old enough to legally have a YouTube channel, but I'm not old enough to have my own place. Which, my God, that is a huge range. So, therefore, I'm just, giving you a range there. Do you celebrate Christmas? Yes, I do. In fact, I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to sweat about, my Christmas specials, even though it's not even Halloween yet, and I'm currently working on Thanksgiving, since I tend to like to work on things ahead of time to make sure you guys have videos. And, alright, this is, so, what is your favorite color? I know this is a generic question. Yes. Green. But I used to hate green as a child. Like, for whatever reason, I just really hated green. And now green's my favorite color. Which, I think my first ever favorite color was, back when I thought it was a girl, pink. Then it was yellow. Then it was red. Now it's green. And yeah, I would have thought that you guys would have just automatically assumed that my favorite color was green just due to Pastry's hoodie color. But apparently, that is a question I've been asked. Question, do you accept bi people in your chat? Yes, I do accept anyone of any sexuality or gender identity. Just please don't say anything inappropriate in my chat. I don't care if you're straight, straight, bi, pan, omni, poly, polyamorous, whatever you are, just please don't be inappropriate in my chat. You can be whoever you are, whoever you are, how I like to say this, whoever you are, however you love, just please keep it appropriate in my chat. So, I don't care if you're, LGBT, the L, the B, the G, the T, the Q, the I, or the A, or the plus. Just please keep it appropriate in my chat. And please don't use my, chat as a dating website. Which could pretty much apply to all but one sexuality in the world. And that is asexual, or two sexualities. But yeah, so just please, whoever you are, you're accepted. Just please keep the chat appropriate. Maps are not allowed in the chat, right? Please don't let them in here. I don't know if alright, so, oh yeah, you mean, there's like multiple different, definitions of maps these days. Cause there's the, there's the things I will not mention definition of map, which those are not allowed in the chat. If someone's gonna be, inappropriate in my chat, I'm just gonna flat out ban them. So just, I think that goes under, please keep it appropriate in my chat. But, there's like paper maps, which I can't read them for crap, but if you guys want to send emojis of maps, I will not care. If you send me an emoji of a map, I probably won't be able to read it, but you can send it to in this chat. And then there's also the multi-animator projects, which if anyone wants me to be a part of their multi-animator project, aka map, which, all the connotations of words. But if there's, so if there's anyone who wants me to do a multi-animator project, just email me at rebelliousfanmail@gmail.com, and I'm gonna try to see if I have time to go ahead and, do a multi-animator project, because I am generally busy in my life. But yeah, if I have time, I'll do it. I also did like a fan art competition for a fan, just because I had time for it. Yeah, there's the map of the world. But yeah, so the question of if maps are allowed in the chat, it depends on the type of map. If you want to post a map of the United States on my, chat, go right ahead. If you want to post a link to, my, to a multi-animator project, you can do that as well. If you want to be a, something I can't mention on the channel, then get out of here. But yeah, so that is the answer of if maps are allowed in the chat. So go right ahead with the maps. And also, I want to just remind people that if they want me to go ahead and answer their question, I'm most likely to answer if you go ahead and put a donut after your question so that I can decipher what is chat and what is question. What is... Alright, I just want to know, what what is your opinion for inappropriate in the chat? So, keep swears to a minimum, and don't talk about intercourse in the chat. Just don't talk about intercourse in the chat. And don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be crude. Don't swear. Or almost don't swear. A few, like, F-bombs here and there, I don't give a damn. But if the F word is every other word of yours, I'm probably gonna ban you. Or, yeah, at least give you a timeout. So, yeah, just please don't, yeah, politics is also a, no-go. Just, I like to use this rule of thumb. If you think it's inappropriate, don't talk about it in the chat. And, I know that my rules on, like, the sex chat is more stricter than Powered by Rainbows, but that's because of what sexuality I am. But yeah, as far as politics goes, as long as you're not hurting anybody, and as long as you don't get me and especially on the talk show, me and Ink obviously have different political views, but as far as politics goes, if it has something to do with how with like things like the bathroom bill and stuff, maybe. All right, so can I say the S word? Yes. Just don't overuse it. Like, there's a few words that are just like a no-go. Like a total no-go. And it's so much of a no-go that I will not say them. But you know what I mean. I'm just gonna say them like this. The slur for black people. The slur for, any slur for queer people. So, hello Birdimation. Brandimation. I literally answered your question in the very beginning. But if you have more, feel free to ask. Just please go ahead and make sure you put the donut at the end of the question if it's meant for me to answer. So, yeah. But as far as, like, words go, I personally don't really like to curse. I really don't like to curse on my channel just because, like, some job might look at this one day and I don't want a F word. Me saying, me swearing too much to go ahead and be on the internet forever, so therefore that is why I do not swear. But if you were to meet me in the real life, pretty much the only reason why I swear is out of anger. Alright. Or Asian slurs. Just don't use any slurs, okay? Just be nice. Be nice and don't talk about sex is all I have to say. You can talk about what part of the LGBTQ plus you are, and you can tell me if you're straight or not, but just don't go into the details. Like, my rules for fan art is keep the clothes on. That is the same rules for my chat. Keep the clothes on. I honestly feel like that is a very, very, like, basic, like, easy to understand standard of me, for you guys. But yeah, I'm Ace. which if you've been watching Powered by Rainbow streams for a long time now, you probably know this because because Matt's like, oh, I better not talk about this too much or else Pastry's gonna freaking leave. So yeah, I've been keeping up on most of the PBR content. I just wish that he would stop, posting it at 10 p.m. my time. Yep, just keep the clothes on. Honestly, that's my rule for anything Rebellious Pastry related. Just keep the clothes on. And be nice. But yeah. So, I have a question for you guys, actually. What is your guys' favorite video of mine? What was your guys' favorite video of mine? And when I am asking video, I'm not counting streams in this. I'm just asking, like, videos. Like, my cake video, atem. Or my Damn It Mom bloopers video, atem. You're an ace rainbow. You are an ace rainbow. Which yeah, honestly, if anyone ever asks me what part of the LGBTQ plus are you, I'm just gonna say because I'm pretty much a AA and questioning AAA at the moment. But honestly, no matter who you are, what you identify, no matter who you are or how you identify as, you're allowed on this chat as long as you're appropriate. So therefore, yeah, I feel like my customer stories video was very, very like popular in general, just because like everyone who I've like talked to either in real life or stuff, that one tends to be a popular choice. That and Camp Potato. I honestly like the Camp Potato more just because like I was stupid. And I have another stupid video or another stupid story planned. And it's just like whenever I script write the first stories I instantly think of oh, I did this stupid thing once. So that's probably going to be like most of my starting of the storytime animations. But yeah, which country are you in? I am in the United States. And I will even tell you what state, but nothing more than that. So, oh yeah, with the customer story, alright, but yeah, I live in Colorado. What is your opinion on toxic friends and fake friends? So I honestly feel like if you have people who do not support you, you should just like ditch them off. Like they're not doing any good for you. So so as far as like fake and toxic friends go, just like if they don't support you, ditch them. If they don't support you, ditch them. If you feel like they just take more than they give you and they don't have something seriously wrong with them, you should ditch them. You should never let someone like totally change your opinion about yourself, because like honestly, You should you should learn how to like be happy with yourself if you're not already happy with yourself. And if someone says, "Oh, man," like if someone betrays you, just be like, "No, honey. I'm not going to do that today." If you're deciding to be like, "Hun," if you decide to be like, I ain't gonna support you," then, yeah, just, if someone's being toxic to you, I would say, try to figure out why. Because there's some instances where there's like, there's just like, some instances to where there's actually something wrong with them and you should go get them help. Like, you should go ahead and go take them to a counselor or something. But if someone's just being toxic just to be rude or mean, dump them. But if there's a potential of there actually being wrong with said person, then, if there's something wrong, or if there's potentially something wrong, go ahead and, tell a mental health professional. But if there's just being mean to be mean, then you don't need them. Find people who actually care about you. Or do something that makes you feel like you can care about yourself with. Do you think the Chip Ahoy ads are cringe? I think Chips Ahoy, those commercials are less of a worry than the, Kroger ads and the, Grubhub ads. Like, and I honestly feel like the SeatGeek ads are also kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Because, like, why is there so many talking butts on our commercials, man? Like, it's funny the first, like, 10 times, but after that, it's like, oh, there's another talking butt. So, the Chip Ahoy commercial. I haven't really seen much of those, since most of my commercials are, due to, like, targeting, there tends to be, like, a lot of, like, LGBTQ plus commercials that I tend to get geared towards as far as the algorithm goes, and SeatGeek. Even though I don't really go, yeah. Let's see here. Is Matt gay or bi? Matt is gay. Matt is gay as crap. Matt as Empowered by Rainbows. He literally did a gay education channel. And he is, Pup Tribe. Pup Tribe gay. But yeah, he is totally gay. There's no questioning that. Just, as far as toxic friends go, if someone ain't willing to support you during the bad days, then they don't deserve you during the good days. That is just basically what I'm gonna have to say about that one. So, yeah. I just, and if for some odd reason you're in, like, a, point in life where you can't go ahead and make friends easily, just go ahead and hang on, sit tight, and just watch things and become parts of, like, fan clubs and stuff. Because, like, there's some people who literally just have friends because they watch the same type of show together, or they do things. Like, there's different types of, like, clubs you can join and stuff. But, which, one day, if there's, like, a, rebellious pastry fan club, I'm probably gonna end up joining and just sit there and pretend like I'm not me there for like a bit, for like a good while, and see if anyone like noticed that it was me or not. I have a female. Oh wow. So I have a female lean, and I rarely like boys, but it happens. Also, like gender non-conforming people. Are you bi? I don't know. Since it seems like you have more so as far as like you go, you can only determine what you are. So I'd say if you like males and females, you're bi. If you like males and non-binaries, you're bi. If you like females and non-binary, you're bi. If you like more than two genders, which it looks like you do, you might be pan. But if you have a preference, then you're omni. If you have that one gender you don't have feelings for, but you have feelings for all the rest of them, you're poly. So therefore, I cannot answer your question. I don't know enough about you to answer your question. But yeah. So one gender attractions are straight or gay. Two, your multisexualities are bi, which is two genders. Poly, which is more than two genders, but not all. Pan, which is all genders, but with no preference. Omni is pan with preference. Polyamorous means you like, open-ended, yeah. And, I'm, just so you guys know, I don't do nearly as much research as Powered by Rainbows goes, but I think I'd basically say I am the flag dictionary for most flags. There's some flags that I'm like, what the hell is that? But since I was a ally at one point, and how I figured out I was a part of the community, which I think I've mentioned this in the Q&A 1, like a long time ago, and I think I might have mentioned this again during my milestone stream, but I basically thought I was straight, and I learned all the flags, and I saw the demi one, and I'm like, crap, I'm not straight. And Ink figured out I was not straight before I figured out I was not straight, which is interesting. So yeah. I'm basically your flag, thing. But yeah, I definitely gave Matt a run for his money during his fun with flags by giving him a pop quiz during a stream. So I know my stuff, most of the stuff. It's just like I don't know much about is it wrong to be transphobic? Phobia of transphobes. Wait, oh. Since there's not like a huge chat blast, the donut isn't as much of a concern, but when there is like a lot of people chatting on the chat, especially as my channel gets bigger and bigger, which I honestly hope I can get to 500 till the end of by the end of the year, but I'm not too concerned if I don't get to 500 at the end of the year. I'm just doing this for fun. Yeah. I'm doing a Christmas special. I just don't know what I'm gonna be doing for Christmas yet. Do you like SSS Sniper Wolf? I've watched some of her stuff, but I honestly have a hard time watching gamers, which I've mentioned before, but I have a hard time like watching gamers for too long. But if she has a reaction video or something, or like something that's not gaming, I've watched her from time to time. I'm just not like a big Sniper Wolf like fan. Like the only really big fan I am as far as YouTubers goes that are not storytime animators would be literally Powered by Rainbows. But yeah, Sniper Wolf does pretty good stuff. It's just I go ahead and spend more time making things than watching things. Like, yeah. I think it takes me about 8 hours to go ahead and do a video in full, not count, or just like the animation part of it. And with voice recording, of course I'm not going to get it in the first shot. I'm going to go ahead and trip up on my words. I'm going to stutter a bit. Probably because I'm nervous, which I feel like I stutter more on streams with just me on it, which therefore that's why I have people on for like Pastry's audio games and the talk show. But yeah. I'm just going to say this right now. It's a weird concept to talk to a computer screen. Like, I know you guys are on the other end, but like it's like I feel like I'm talking to somebody and I don't have like audio back, and it's kind of odd. It's kind of a bizarre concept if you think about it. And I guess it's like presenting as well, because people can't like, it's kind of like a one-sided conversation to where it's like, oh, I'm talking and I'm not getting any audio back, and it's just me talking. So whoever created streaming, it's a very interesting concept if you were to just think about streaming without thinking about like streaming, such as like if one were to say, oh, let's go ahead and make something where people watch somebody speaking live. Interesting concept. Streaming is an interesting concept. I'm gonna turn on my night shift so I don't kill my eyes here. Which night shift 10 out of 10 would recommend. And yeah, I'm pretty much used to it at this point. But it is kind of still a little weird. And just so you guys know, I have like one of my very first streams up on my channel, and you should have seen how freaking awkward it is. Yeah. But yeah, so you are subscribed to PewDiePie, but you don't watch PewDiePie. Which, here's another thing. If you're subscribed to somebody, then why is it that you don't watch what they have to say? Which is kind of like I don't know, saying you like cookies and then people give you cookies and you're not eating them. So, yeah. So it's honestly just yeah. But yeah, some of his videos are just not for me. And that is the thing with some YouTubers. Like, YouTubers tend to just make videos about different things. Like, I know that my sports story isn't for everybody, but honestly, I 10 out of 10 would recommend you try sports and you try different hobbies. Because how are you supposed to know what hobbies you will like until you try them? Who is your favorite? Now, here's my question for you guys. Who is your favorite YouTuber, and what makes them your favorite YouTuber? Because I want to go ahead and I also want to know, like, what type of story times would you want to hear from me? Like, yes, I pretty much have the rest of this year planned out already. But for next year and the years afterwards. Because, like, to be quite honest with you guys, I have a whole ton of scripts just sitting in my Google Drive. And, but I still can't animate it because it takes me forever and a half to animate. Which most Storytime animators post, like, once a month. But I honestly feel like that isn't good for the algorithm. So therefore, I tend to bust my butt a little bit more than the average animator to go ahead and post things once a week. And I supplement stuff with art because I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to do a Storytime animation once a week and have it actually be good. So yeah. My favorite is Dan Howell and Phil Lester and PBR and Rebellious Pastry. Oh, that's just... Oh. Alright, here's one announcement I forgot to say. But if you guys have any Halloween fan art, can you guys please, send it over to rebelliousfanmail@gmail.com so I can go ahead and put it together and do my, end card for Halloween since I'm, to be quite honest with you, I'm a few videos ahead of where I post. Just because I want to make sure that if something were to happen to me, there'd still be content for a few months. So, like, let's say I went on a trip. I want to make sure that I have enough, But yeah, I want to make sure I have content just in case I have like a surprise trip or something. Trip in either way. If I trip and break my foot, I guess that would equal more animations, but I don't want to break my foot. But if I go on like a vacation, then yeah, just so you guys know, you have until like a week until Halloween until you guys until my stuff, until my fan art for Halloween won't be put up anymore. But I have everything but I have all of my pieces for that Halloween fan art, or for the Halloween end card pretty much set up. All I need to do is like import fan art. Alrighty, so this is random, but what would you think would happen if you shot something sharp at a hot air balloon? That is such... When should we submit it? It's gonna be rolling submissions until like... Ooh. A cappuccino have subscribed. And, wait, I thought they were already subscribed. Hold up. And also, there's another person who just subbed a few seconds ago. So thank you guys for the new subscriptions. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that bar is not correct. But it's not by the end of, yeah, just so you know, as far as, your email goes, alrighty, so please go ahead and, sign your art with, the name, because I don't put anyone's email on, except for my own. The only, the only email I put up on the general public is mine. But if you want to get credit, please sign your piece, or say what name you want me to put on the side of your piece. But if you want to just go by anonymous, just say anonymous, or please don't say. But yeah, I tend to keep everything anonymous. Like, I'm the only one that knows what your email is, okay? So I'm the only one that knows what your email is. I don't share my emails with anybody. I don't I don't share fans' emails with anybody. I might share the fan art with people before the video goes, like my friends in real life. But but no one will ever see your email other than me. I'm the only one to see your email, so don't you worry about that. I understand there can be like concerns, like safety concerns with emails and stuff like that. So if you send an email to me, it's just gonna go to me. Sometimes I send the fan art to a different account as well, but I tend to download it before I send it over. And this second account tends to be like my real life world stuff. Just saying. Which you guys can't have that either. But yeah, I have a real life email, but I tend to not. Here's something bad. I tend to check my channel email more than I check my real life email. When there's probably more important things in my real life email than I do on my channel email. But my channel email is funner because people actually send me gifts and love and joy, and vidIQ also sends me whenever I have like something, like some achievement I unlocked or something. But yeah. So if you ever give me an email, I will not share it with anyone. But the art will go ahead and be on an end card. But your email will be secret safe with me. Which, hold on. Let me go ahead and put my fan art email in the, and just so you guys know, the only rules I have for Pastry is keep their clothes on. Anything else is okay. Like, draw me in a crop top? Sure. Draw me in a tank top? Sure. Draw me in an ugly sweater? Sure. Put me in a crazy outfit you created yourself? Sure thing. Just make sure I'm wearing at least something. And here's my email for everyone who wants to go ahead and do like Halloween fan art. Just so you guys know, if you guys do regular fan art, I tend to go ahead and put them one per end card. I tend to put one per end card for Halloween art or for regular art. So which I think it's at the point now that with all these holidays that are going to be coming up, that your fan art might not be on an actual end card thingy until further notice. But I promise you that if you email me your fan art, it will end up on some end card. It depends on what end card, as far as like what. Yeah. But so I'm starting to think about the end of the year again. Like last year, I pretty much did a year recap, and I did a channel recap, which I'm gonna probably do that again. But I'm now realizing that holy crap, this year's thingy, this year's video channel recap thingy is going to be a whole lot longer than it was last year. But last year it was more important since I had like more like discoveries when it comes to animation, which apparently I did not know this until until I was playing around with animation a bit. But apparently you're not supposed to have your head and your arms be connected to the same bone structure. Also, do you play Minecraft, Fortnite, or Roblox? I play Minecraft, but I will not give any, but I will not give any, like, Minecraft usernames or anything. But yes, I do play Minecraft. So, I do. I play Bedrock with Metal Clunker, which it's very interesting because let's just say that Metal Clunker's just like, what the heck is wrong with you with how I play? Because let's just say I'm not the best at Minecraft, and also let's just say I tend to do bases that are, I tend to like to dig down for bases just because, like, it's easier to build down for a base than to build up. Because if you're building up, then it takes up more resources than if you were to dig down. So, I tend to dig down for my bases, and I tend to always expand my base. Like, if you end up randomly catching me on some random server or whatever, I tend to never finish my bases. Like there's always more to add with a base. I could go ahead and build up, I could go ahead and dig down. There's always more to add with a base. So therefore, I tend to be that weird person playing Minecraft and having their base always have like an open roof because they don't want to finish their base, but at least have one room with a wall and a ceiling, at least. And with the extra room, I tend to go ahead and like use it for storage. Do you watch Squid Game? I've never watched it before. I haven't watched. Wait, is Squid Game a game or is it a anime or is it a TV show? Cause honestly, I'm trying to still figure Squid Game out. But I've watched animations about Squid Game. I just haven't watched Squid Game yet. But yeah, I would watch more things if I had time to watch more things, but most of my time is spent on making YouTube or during real life obligations. So, reason why I tend to say real life obligations is because I don't want to out anything like about my day-to-day life more than like I feel comfortable to, I guess. And then yeah, I'm just gonna say I don't have Netflix. I have Hulu but not Netflix, but I tend to categorize whatever happens in my real life as yeah, and also that if it's horror and or if it's romantic and or if it's sexual, it exponentially let's say it just exponentially increases the fact that I don't I probably won't watch it or ever watch it. Which there's a whole ton of things that I feel like I could be watching, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna make something. No, I'm gonna make the problem of there's too many things to watch worse. Which, yeah, I tend to do that a lot. Like, I tend to put, yeah. But, I don't really watch things. I make things. Which, I honestly feel like people are gonna start making, compilations of me saying I don't watch things, I make things. Which, it'd be funny if someone were to just, like, take this whole stream and just chop that part out. Or chop another part out. If you know what I mean. Ooh, mister. Nice, Mr. Movie Nerd just subscribed. I thought he already subscribed. What is going on with my sub count thingy? Whatever. I have a feeling my sub count thingy is whacked up, but I honestly don't care. Because as long as I have a nice clean number that ends in 9, and that does not end in 9, I am happy. Because I hate numbers that end in 9. Especially 69. For reasons Powered by Rainbows mentioned. That's all I have to say. But yeah, it's getting to be, 6 o'clock over here, which I tend to normally go later than, 6. And sometimes people get annoyed with the fact that I'm not down by dinner. But, I'm gonna go ahead and stream for about 5 more minutes. I think that's reasonable. 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off and carry on with whatever else I have to do or want to do. But yeah, do you guys have any more questions? Ask them now, or forever hold your peace until there's another Q&A, which probably won't be until next year at this point, because I have like so many things planned. It's 1 p.m. for you. Well, it's 6 p.m. for me. Which, the reason why I say my time zone is just, wait, a.m.? Alright. You need to get your sleep, hun. You need to get your sleep. Which most YouTubers don't care about how their fans get sleep, but I do. I care about my fans. If anyone were to mess with you guys, I have a feeling that they wouldn't be messing with you guys for too long. So, there's so many different, notifications for when someone publicly subscribes. So, does anyone have any more questions for me? I really want to answer questions, since that's what I originally came here. I know, but I am too obsessed in this stream, and I am a night owl. Well, I am not a night owl. I am a morning person. Yep, I'm a morning person. Believe me. Wait, what's your question? What's your question? Also, I'm more of a early bird than a night owl, which, I literally feel sick if I, stay up too late. I literally just feel sick if I stay up too late. Like, sick as in, like, sick to the stomach. Which it is a stereotype of cartoonists lacking sleep. I don't lack sleep due to animations. Don't you guys worry about that. I think Jane even made a video about it. Yeah, she did. What do you believe in? Alrighty, what do I believe in? I just believe in, I believe that, let's see here. What do I believe in? I believe that people should be nice to others. People should treat each other like they want to be treated. I honestly don't really believe in a god or anything. Like, I'm totally chill with people of different religions as long as they are as long as they respect the fact that I'm non-religious and I'm queer. So as long as they don't mind that I'm queer and the fact that they don't mind the fact that I'm non-religious, I'm chill with whoever, whenever, whatever. What is your opinions on furry positivity? Let's just say Powered by Rainbows have really taught me that furries, that there's more to the furry fandom than just like what people don't like the 34 stuff, because like before him I thought furries were just like some type of like I don't know. I thought they were just like some type of like horny fandom. But due to Powered by Rainbows, he really taught me way more about furries. He, like, honestly, I know a few furries, and oh, you guys are still in virtual school? Well, my real life obligation went back to in person. So, yeah, I honestly feel like when my stuff was virtual, I felt like I had more time to go ahead and work on things here at Pastry. So, yeah. I am personally not a furry, but I support furries. I'm a fur ally. I honestly, if I were to be at a furry convention, I'd probably be that person who makes sure that the costume support for a furry. I wouldn't be like a furry, but I'd be that person that gives the furry water, make sure they don't get overheated, help them with directions, even though I'm directionally challenged. Just like stuff like that. Because, like, face it, whenever you're in costume, it is very, very important that you have someone there to help. Oh, hello, Shrimp Girl. I think you're new to the channel. But yeah, ask me questions. Ask me questions, Shrimp Girl, and please make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I hate asking people if they can subscribe, because it just seems so tacky. Just be like, "Oh, please subscribe. Please subscribe." My God. I'm just making fun of YouTubers at this point. So ask me questions if you have any questions. So, yeah. But I went into, like, I think with... Oh. You're Bat Cat. Okay. You can still ask me questions, since you were the one that originally asked me for this Q&A. Since you originally asked me for this Q&A. But, but excuse me if I think you're new. What would you do if my school found my YouTube? Let's just say that I'm very open about YouTube at my real life, obligation. What would you think / do if your school found, yeah. So, if my real life obligation found my channel, which at this point, I am very out and open about having a YouTube, honestly. So I've honestly worn merch to school or to places. I've worn my merch to my real life obligations. And I've even talked about my channel at my real life obligations, which some of my fans are actually from my real life obligations. So, yeah, honestly, if my real life obligation found out of my stuff, I'd be like, ooh, yay, you found my stuff. I already told you about it. which I honestly feel like what? In a little bit. Oh, it's actually time for me to go. Do you have merch? You have merch? Yes. I don't have time to go ahead and post it since I have to go, but yeah. Don't mind me. I was gonna go like a few minutes ago, then I got sidetracked. I'm actually gonna go now. So, bye. Oh, crap. I almost forgot my outro. Please go ahead and do all of the crap that others... please do all the crap that all of the others, all of the other YouTubers ask you to do, and see you in the future wait, crap. Please do all the crap that all of the